What goes into all the pollings that, if you put together your polls, what goes into it? What do you look out for?
In 1994, I had a Ford Foundation Fellowship, my first degree in law, but I started continued writing. I started writing when I was 17 years, 1974, in Accra Academy. 1994, I had a Ford Foundation Fellowship to do a postgraduate diploma in U.S. foreign policy in Maryland University in the U.S. The workload was light, and at the institute, there was a polling institute. So I approached the professor and said, look, I'm from Ghana, but I'm interested in the way polls are done. He said, you can come in. So I spent 6 months. Then when I came back, I tried the U.S. method, the 1996 elections, and I got 69%. So I decided that I will use by-elections to perfect the art of doing it. And that is, I made a few mistakes like the U.S. U.S., you finish voting, they can ask you a question. That's exit polls. Ghana, you think that Fiifi, in Africa or Ghana, you can ask somebody, who did you vote for? No way. So we started perfecting the art. I'm currently finishing my 6th book on elections. Now, you have to take the swing ratings and ask the questions. So in 2008, by August, we had finished and we said to be a runoff before. It happened. People said, no, he guessed. I wasn't bothered because this is a competition. In 2004, we did the polls again. We said before we would get between 52 and 54%, got 53%. Then people started taking it serious. 2008, it is.
But what goes into the analysis? How do you arrive at he would get between this and that? How do you arrive at that?
We take the polling station results. Now, let me give you a consistency. We look at where the two parties got 46, 48. Now, unlike others who ask people questions on the internet, we have about 14, 15 categories. A marketing, a driver. All. Now, everybody has one vote.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we tie the opinion polls in with media. So we also ask drivers, which station do you listen to? Because if you go and sit in a trotro, a bus or a taxi, you don't want the driver to change where it is. So we ask you, for example, if votes will happen today, who will you vote for? But before then, you can't stop somebody who has eaten the whole day and say, who will you vote for? They'll slap you.
Mm.
So one of the easiest things to do is the water supply in your area. How is it like? Oh, it is good, it is bad. So if you're asked to pay more, water supply, electricity supply, at any time, people start and talk to you. You start getting to the people, then you start asking them if elections were held. By then, they have been very comfortable.
Yeah. So you find a way to break the ice.
Yes. Once you break the ice, you start asking questions. Now, for the past 2 elections, we've been using voice-activated tape recorders. That makes it easier because when you use paper and pen, we get nervous. When we face them, we distill the results. We find out who. Now, until 2 months to elections, we still do polling. We narrow it down to now we go to constituencies. There are some constituencies, a place like Elmina. I think that is the best constituency that you will get. It is the voters there are so well educated in voting test but maybe literate. It's not because where I come from, but if you look at the election results, so then we distill it. They always have a 2% margin of error. So that is 2004, 2012, and there are times. You see, I like chatting with people. And I like learning from what they see. And in 2012, for example, we had almost finished the opinion poll. We were going to do about a month more. The professor almost died. We were at a loss what to do. And I was chatting to a guy who does gardening for us, and he was MP. So I said, your party will be MP. He said, why? Mr. Bempa, you think that we Northerners, you only fit for vice president position? I said, how you know? There has been no Northerner who has been president before. And asked him how old he was. That led me, that conversation we had, that led me to the populations, that's population census of 2010. Then I realized that
President Liman was a Northerner.
He didn't know. When I went to the census, I realized that as at 2010, almost 80% of Ghanaians were below 10 years of age. So when he was president, 80% didn't know that there had been a Northerner. So then we went into the census again. We realized that the 4 main ethnic groups in the northern regions make up 30%. One of the grounds that the MPP cited as possible rigging was that Nana got only 16 votes more than his parliamentary candidates. Yes, only because it's unusual. The smaller parties, they are supported to vote for their parliamentary candidates and vote for the NDC MPP, citing messenger vote, that is, I will score my vote. Now, why Nana got only 16 votes more than his parliamentary candidate was that the young people from the 3 northern regions felt that there had never been somebody from the north who's president before. So they voted for John Mahama and went and voted for their parliamentary candidates. That is why Mahama won in 169 constituencies, but his MPs won in 146.